Chapter 1. The audit, 5 numbers, 10 minutes. Auto repair, £920,000 turnover. 12 staff, 9 years old. Built on the owner's reputation and the owner's availability. The 5-number audit, revenue £920,000. Gross margin 61%. Net margin 11%. Effective hourly rate £58 against the £85 to £90 market benchmark. Owner dependency 80% of operational decisions. The primary constraint is not pricing. Pricing is a symptom. The primary constraint is the decision library. 10 to 14 hours of owner time per week is being absorbed by situations the team escalates because written answers do not exist. Fix the decision library first. The pricing conversation becomes possible only after the ops lead has the scope to interpret it and the utilization data exists to support it. The primary constraint named in the audit is the starting point for the entire 12 months. Every subsequent structural move depends on naming this correctly in the first session. Chapter 2. Move 1. The decision library, month 2. The decision library written in one afternoon. 18 situations across 5 categories. Client communication, quality sign-off, scheduling, supplier decisions, complaint handling. The owner writes the first draft alone. The library is shared with the team in the Monday meeting. By the following Friday, the owner has been contacted for 2 decisions rather than the usual 11. The completion signal, 5 decisions made by the team in 1 week without asking, is met in week 3. The owner does not feel the change as dramatic. It feels like a quieter week. That is the invisible result. The structure working without the owner noticing the mechanism. Chapter 3. Move 2. The ops lead scoped, month 4. The senior technician has been the informal point of contact for 2 years. Month 4 formalizes it. Written scope of authority covering client communication decisions, quality sign-off, complaint resolutions under £150, scheduling decisions, and team briefings. The weekly review agenda is transferred to the ops lead's ownership. 3 weeks after the scope is issued, a complaint arrives on a Thursday. The ops lead handles it, a partial refund, a rebooked appointment, an apology, without the owner being contacted at any point. The owner finds out in the weekly review on Friday. That is the first right column event, a structural outcome the owner was not present to produce. The completion signal, the ops lead chairs 4 consecutive Monday meetings without direction from the owner, is met in week 6 of the month 4 period. Chapter 4. Month 7. The month it nearly stopped. Revenue flat for 6 weeks. 2 staff resignations. The owner says, I am doing all of this and nothing is actually changing. This chapter is the most important in the video because it names the experience most owners have in structural work and almost never talk about. I pulled the data in the session. Owner involvement has fallen from 80% to 41%. The weekly review has run for 14 consecutive weeks without a reminder. A complaint was resolved without the owner's involvement the previous month. The business is changing. The owner cannot feel it changing. The feeling and the progress are not the same thing. We do not add a new structural move. We read the data back. The owner stays. What changed after staying? The capacity data that the ops lead had been tracking for 4 months becomes the evidence for the month 8 pricing conversation. The month 7 crisis is not a structural failure. It is the diagnosis that makes the month 8 fix possible. Without the structural work done in months 1 through 6, the month 8 conversation has no evidence behind it. Chapter 5. Move 3. The pricing review, month 8. The ops lead has been tracking utilization for 4 months. The data shows 83% for 17 consecutive weeks. The business is not under capacity, it is underpriced. Effective hourly rate of £58 against a market benchmark of £85 to £90. The pricing review takes 1 session. Labor rates increase by 22% on new work over the following 6 weeks. The effective rate moves from £58 to £82 per hour within 3 months. Net margin moves from 11% to 19%. 2 new hires are made at a new margin. The improved margin funds the headcount. The ops lead adjusts team incentives to reflect the change. 3 weeks after the pricing review, the ops lead says in the Monday review, the team feel like the business is serious again. That statement is not a moral outcome, it is a structural one. The team's confidence in the business's commercial position is downstream of the pricing decision, not of a culture session. The pricing review was only possible because the utilization data existed. The data existed because the ops lead owned the tracking. The sequence held. Chapter 6, Month 11. The first uninterrupted week. The owner takes 7 days off, not their first holiday in the 9 years, the first uninterrupted one. The test is not the owner's discipline. The test is whether the structure exists without them. 3 jobs completed, 1 complaint received and resolved by the ops lead. The weekly review ran. The utilization number was produced and visible before Monday morning. The owner received 1 message during the week, not because something required their input, but because the ops lead wanted to share that the highest value job in the company's history had been signed while the owner was away. The owner returns to a business that had a good week without them, not a business that survived, a business that continued. What is the difference? Survival is managed absence. Continuation is structural independence. The holiday did not test the owner's discipline. It tested whether the structure existed without them. It did. Chapter 7. What the business looks like now. 12 months from the audit. Revenue, £1.86 million. Net margin, 19%. Effective hourly rate, £82 per hour. Owner involvement, below 35% of operational decisions. Owner drawings, £94,000, up from £41,000. Owner hours per week, 44, down from 63. The owner told me recently that month 7 is the month they think about most. Not because it was the worst, because it was the moment they nearly stopped, and the distance between what they felt and what was actually happening was at its widest. The structural work does not require a different business. It requires the same business to operate differently. 3 moves, 14 months from audit to first uninterrupted holiday. The method works for any service business, regardless of industry. 3 structural moves. 14 months from audit to first uninterrupted week. The method applies to any service business, regardless of industry or size.